And welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you saw the video the other day and that's why you're here. My name is Lara, I'm a geography graduate and hoping to be a geography teacher when I start to train next year. I'm in this kind of like interim year at the moment, but that does give me the freedom to make so many of these videos for you guys. So as I said in the intro video, I will link it up here. Over the next 100 days I'll be uploading 100 different GCSE Geography recap revision videos, focusing on specific questions. So they might be 4 marks, they might be 9 marks, there might be more. Yeah, so we will be looking at them every day for the next 100 days. This will have gone up at 7 AM. There'll be another one tomorrow at 7 AM and consequently for the next 100 days. So today we are looking at what are natural hazards. In March 2015, landslides hit West Burundi, killing several thousands of people and leaving thousands homeless. This is an example of a natural hazard. A natural event has had a huge social impact, which makes it a natural hazard. Landslides themselves are not major killers, and actually the most deadly natural hazards, the effects of them anyway, are flooding, storms, earthquakes and droughts. They have the most effect on people. A natural hazard occurs when it overlaps with human activity. And let's think about quickly what are the types of natural hazards. You've got volcanic eruptions, you've got earthquakes, you've got storms, you've got tsunamis, landslides and flooding. What's a hazard risk? A hazard risk is the probability of you or any person being affected by a natural event. So what are the factors increasing risk from natural hazards? Firstly, we have urbanisation. Over 50% of the world live in densely populated areas such as cities. These are some of the most densely populated areas and are often great risk to natural hazards such as earthquakes. For example, think of cities such as Tokyo, Istanbul and Los Angeles. These sit all on tectonic plate boundaries. We'll discuss that in a couple of days' time. But they all sit on tectonic plate boundaries, which means that they are at a higher risk to earthquakes than somewhere like the UK. Another factor is poverty. A shortage of safe housing causes many people in cities to live in places where they're built on unstable land, such as unstable slopes, which are prone to landslide and the effects of flooding. So we will be talking about mass movement. I don't even know what day it will be on, but we'll be talking about different types of mass movement of the land, and there are many processes that could happen which houses are built upon this unstable rock that it just gives way and slips, and all these people and all these houses will be negatively affected as a result of that. Another factor increasing risk from natural hazards is actually climate change. This in itself brings more intensity to the natural event, so more intense storms, more intense droughts, famines. It may increase the severity of it, it might increase the likelihood of it, but it also definitely increases the risk for natural hazards to affect people. And then finally, farming. A flood over a floodplain may be great for fertilising soils, giving it more nutrients, but for the people that live on the floodplains, this is not a good thing. So living on floodplains and farming, because it uses so much water, there is no barriers in the way to floodwater and rivers and seawater rising and flooding these floodplains, and so people living on the floodplains will be negatively affected. So the quick question we're looking at today: explain 2 human factors that would increase the risk of people being affected by natural hazards. Have a think what you'd put. You could talk about urbanisation and how living in densely populated areas, if there is a natural hazard, there's lots more buildings that might collapse, people living on or like massive hills, landslides, it just topples, a bit like dominoes. Could talk about poverty and how that is having a negative impact on those people in poverty, and they're just more susceptible. Their buildings that they may live in are not as stable, so they might not withstand an earthquake in the same way that a house in the UK might. You could also talk about climate change and how it's increasing in frequency and intensity, or you could talk about people living and working on floodplains. So that is the end of the first one of these videos. As I said, it was very short and sweet. I hope it has been helpful for you. Subscribe down below so that you don't miss the next 99, and I will see you at 7 AM tomorrow. Bye.